You know, I used to procrastinate for years and years and say I was gonna do things, and then when I did, I would half-ass it and then I would quit. So I'm not saying this person is procrastinating, but I can see how this can lead to bad things. And when it comes to like starting an eBay business and having success, it's all about speed of implementation. It's all about taking action. Hey, what's going on everybody? Steve here, Raiken Profit over at RaikenProfit.com, coming back to you with another video. And in this video, I was going through some of my YouTube comments. I love to read the comments and hear how you guys are doing. And it was a comment, it wasn't a question, but I want to address this because I feel like a lot of people fall into this trap. And I think it can help people, especially if you're new and you're used to procrastinating, right? And a lot of times in business, I feel like, and myself included, years back, you know, we wait until the stars are aligned and it's a full moon and everything's perfect and everything's ready to go. And in business, you really want to move quick and you want to make mistakes, you want to learn and you want to push forward and you want to give yourself a chance to build momentum. Momentum is such a huge deal in business. You know, building up your wins, building consecutive wins, learning and growing, making mistakes, looking back and reflecting and saying, wow, you know, maybe I'm only making $100 a month. A month ago, I didn't even know how to sell on eBay. Now I know how to take pictures and now I know how to source items at thrift stores and I know how to scan books and I know how to do this and that. So that's a huge win. Building yourself up to $100 a month is a huge win because if you can make $100 a month, all you have to do is scale that and duplicate the success you're already having to make $500 a month, $1,000 a month, so on and so forth. So I want to read this question, and it came on a video that I released recently, which is actually doing really well. People are enjoying this video, and the video was titled Top 3 Things to Sell on eBay for Complete Beginners. So if you haven't watched that video, I'll link it up over here. Check that video out. But the comment comes from Nancy. And Nancy, I don't mean this in any disrespectful way, but I really think this comment could help people. And the comment from Nancy was, haven't started selling yet on eBay, getting information so I can get started. Been sourcing for the last couple of months to have enough to list. Thank you for the info. So Nancy, thank you so much for watching the videos. Nothing but love in this video. Hopefully this can help you. But you know, I fell victim to this when I first got started. I see a lot of friends, a lot of people on YouTube falling victim to this. And that's again the mentality of thinking, you know, I've got to have all these items ready. I've got to have my inventory system ready. I've got to have all my, you know, I've got to have my closet ready and I need, you know, a clothing rack and I need labels and I need the best printer and the best computer and I need all this inventory and I need this and I need that and I need everything to be right in order to get started. And the truth is, Nancy, you can get started right now. I don't know how many items you have. Maybe you only have 4 items or you have 6 or maybe you have 30 or 40 items. Regardless, I would assume you probably have a handful of items. Get started now listing. You don't need to have 100 items to get started. These are known as limiting beliefs, right? Limiting beliefs in our mind. We have these stories that we tell ourselves, and I'm not sure what your story is, Nancy, and again, I don't mean this in any negative way, but we have to figure out what the story is in our mind because sometimes what we need to do right now, like when it comes to working out and health and fitness, sometimes we think to ourselves like, well, we got to have a diet plan ready and we have to hire a personal trainer and we have to, you know, make sure the kitchen is all clean and I have all my portion sizes and my meals planned and I got to prep all my food. And the honest truth is like, no, get outside and just run. Get outside and just exercise. Go take your first walk, right? Drink a gallon of water today, right? I'm just throwing out random examples and the same applies for an eBay business. There's so many things that you're going to screw up. There's so many mistakes you're going to make, Nancy, and I'm talking to everyone as well. There's so many things that you don't even know are around the corner and you can't plan. Like you can plan to be successful, but you can't plan for everything that's gonna happen to you. You can't plan for that return that's gonna come. You can't plan for that week where you can't find any inventory necessarily. You can't plan for the time eBay suspends you because you listed an item they didn't realize fell under the Vero restrictions and now you're like, what do I have to do? Like you learn these things on the fly. You'll learn how to scale on the fly. You'll learn how to source better. You'll learn about what products to buy and sell by getting kind of thrown in with the piranhas in a sense, right? I don't know if that's a good way to share it, but you know, don't fall victim to thinking that you have to have all these items and everything has to be lined up. Like, just get started now. I can't tell you how many people I know who they wanted to start a business, they wanted to sell on eBay, they wanted to start selling books on Amazon. Matter of fact, I had a good friend who wanted to sell books on Amazon, and he kept sourcing books because he wanted to have so many books to be able to list, you know, X amount of books to be able to list. And he ended up just quitting and giving up because he couldn't find enough books. And the honest truth is, like, he could have definitely found books. I live in the same area as him. The problem is he didn't build up what I like to call as that special momentum, right? That momentum is so huge. When you just sell your first book or your first clothing item on eBay or your first item, like, that momentum, like, whew, it gets you excited, it gets you pumped up, it gets you wanting to go find the deal. Like, your eyes will literally start to find it. You'll be able to source more products by having momentum, right? By having that win behind your sales, by knowing that you made your first sale. I can't tell you, people don't realize the mindset plays such a huge role. For example, I've made videos about this in the past. Let's take two people. First person walks into a thrift store and they're pessimistic. Oh, the thrift stores are raising all the prices. There's so much competition. This is BS. These YouTubers are ruining it for everybody. That person walks into the thrift store looking for items compared to somebody who's optimistic and says, you want to know what? I'm going to find something. I'm smart. I'm knowledgeable. I've spent time in the sold listings. Yeah, there's competitors here. Yeah, thrift stores are raising prices, but I'm going to find that deal. If you compare those two people in the thrift store, the one who's going to find more is the one who's optimistic because his eyes are open. He believes it. I know this sounds like a bunch of wishy-washy BS, but it's true. I've done this before. I've been pessimistic. I've been a hater. I've walked in and been pissed off and angry about competitors. But I would never find anything because when you're in that negative mindset, you're not looking through all the nooks and crannies. You're not spending that extra 5 minutes flipping through the racks. You're going in all negative and pissy and you're like, this isn't worth it. I'm not going to find anything. And whatever your mind will, believe is what it will conceive in a sense. So, just to kind of wrap things around, Nancy, like, don't let your mindset, don't let your thoughts or these stories in your mind hold you back. Just get started now. Build momentum. Start listing those first couple of items. Start building up your listing limitations because when you start selling on eBay, you're gonna have limitations for how many items you could list. You're gonna have limitations for the amount of money's worth, the value of items that you could sell. And you wanna build your account up. You wanna build your feedback. So don't fall victim to, and again, I don't know Nancy's full story, so I feel like I'm kind of picking on her. So I keep saying, like, this is meant by no means to be disrespectful at all. But I feel like I see myself in you. When I first got started, I was just trying to be perfect with everything. And in this business, you don't get rewarded for being perfect. You get rewarded for taking action. And when you take action, you start to get results and you start to make a little bit of money and you start to build momentum and you start to get excited. And that excitement leads to you going out sourcing more. It leads you to going to more networking events. It leads you to studying the sold listings more and spending more time on the YouTube videos and in the comments and Facebook groups. And next thing you know, that momentum is building and building and building. And bada bing, bada boom, you got lots of profitable items in your room and you got those profits coming soon. So I'm telling you, Nancy, just keep pushing forward. Again, this wasn't a question, but this was somewhat of like a red flag. And I know people fall into this trap sometimes. And I can tell you just over the last 6-7 years, selling on eBay, Amazon, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, getting into several other businesses outside of reselling, you want to take action. Don't wait for everything to be perfect. So with that being said, hopefully you found value in this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification if you haven't already so you can get notified of new content. And let me know what you thought about this video. Do you agree with what I'm saying or do you disagree? What did you do when you first got started? I would love to know. But with that being said, keep on picking and making that money and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.